The Colorado Springs Rotary Club has this fun event every year. It's called the Butterfly Flight. They ask artists from the community to paint butterflies for their fundraiser. It's for a great cause and it's a nice community event. Last year was the first time I participated, and this is my petite butterfly from last year. It was so much fun I decided to apply again, but this time with a large garden butterfly. The butterflies are first displayed at the Pioneer Museum, and then at the end of September the butterflies are auctioned off at a gala event. After the dinner, each butterfly will be placed on a rotating stand as the auctioneer gets the bidding started. This year, my friend Joan and I both submitted our butterfly designs. Both our designs were approved, and Joan kindly picked up the two large butterflies and metal stands. Next, it was time to prep the wings. Elevating them off the ground prevents scratches and makes it easier on my back. With my husband's help, we lightly sanded the powder coating off. After sanding, I spray primed both sides. Once the prep work was done, the wings go back inside. In a dark room and a simple projector, I sketched on the main elements with Prismacolor markers. With the sketch added, I use acrylic paint to paint the background areas. I'm using blues for the lower areas and magenta at the top where the flower petals will be added. For interest, I make sure there are dark and light areas. Next, I added the yellow butterfly. I noticed the yellow was very transparent, so I added white gesso over the yellow areas and repainted them. You can also see here at the bottom of the wings, I added dark blue patches. I'll cover them later with metallic blue. The dark paint will make the metallic pop. I used a mix of blue and red to make the darker areas of the butterfly. For the next painting session, Joan and I decided to paint together at her place. I like to prop up the butterfly to see what area I want to paint next. You can see the metallic blue really pops here. I'll work on painting the lower flowers today. Okay, Joan, thanks for having me over. That was a lot of fun. Next, I use a dot stencil and gold paint to add a texture on the yellow areas. It's not super noticeable until the light shines just right. Next, I paint the outer wings. I place it on the stand to see if I still like the placement, and then get started. This time I start at the center and work my way out, using blues, teals, and whites. Using a mixture of blue and red, I paint the edge of the butterfly wings. Using a grayish-blue wash, I start adding in some of the background areas. Using up the teal paint, I add in the stems. Then slowly I start to add the yellow sunflowers. I added a little pearl shimmer to the white areas. Adding more petals, again, I'm noticing the yellow is super transparent, so I added white gesso to my yellow paint for the lighter petals. I also add more shadows to the yellow and red flowers. I like taking process photos and videos because looking back at them helps me to see things I can't see while I'm working on it. I noticed there's too much white on the wings. I think it would look better bluer. I paint on my project off and on, not every day. However, about this time in the project, I start wanting to be finished with it. I'm getting closer to finishing, and I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I add darker shadows to the red flowers to make them pop more, and start considering adding green leaves for more interest. With it upside down, you can sort of see the light metallic blue in the background. I added green stems and petals, then placed it on the stand for the final touches. Painted the wing edges dark blue and the butterfly body a shimmery dark gray color. Now we will drop off our butterflies this Friday. All the butterflies will be revealed to the public September 1st, displaying at the Pioneer Museum. Then on September 23rd, there will be a gala where all the butterflies are auctioned off. I'm excited to see everyone again this year and wish us luck for a great community fundraiser.